Brewed as a model of what good beer should be, this rich, full-flavored Pilsner-style lager delivers a crisp, refreshing taste. Light hop character with a clean finish. Our beer is characterized by an orange blossom honey aroma with a hint of herb. That's right, the boys today in the show are drinking Cerveza Modelo Especial. Give me your cup. Where are you?
Give me.
Only a sealman can be
You got some residue in this cup, Nick. What were you
I was
drinking out of
hydrating
it
before the show,
beforehand?
Joe.
Hydrating on what,
I had a
my dear
little
boy?
midday drunk that I'm recovering from. A midday drunk. Never felt better. Midday drunk. Gonna get me fired from my job.
Oh, that was really nice. I hope your boss is listening.
No one's listening, Joe. That's the whole gambit here.
I'm pouring you a beverage.
The old Modelo.
The old Modelo. Cheers,
Not
my
just
friend.
any Modelo. Modelo Especial.
Do you taste that honey crisp finish that the website advertises?
It's like I got my big old bear mitts right into a honey hive. Beehive, some might say.
I don't get it. Orange blossom honey aroma with a hint of herb. I get cheap, shitty beer out of this. It's actually not too warm.
Smooth.
It is smooth.
Yeah. We bought, or you bought this hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you'll be
The Venmo's in the mail. Yeah, it's pretty smooth for a shitty beer.
It was in the back
I
of
guess.
the car. Yeah, well, like we can
take
get
some
this
more.
at
You
a
already-
happy hour.
Already got half of it gone.
Well, these are 6-ounce glasses, Joe. What is a guy gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know why we're drinking out of these little Dixie cups. Dixie cups.
Clear Dixie cup. Woo! I fill you up and I empty shortly. I'm a drunk. Clear Dixie cup. Woo! My family hates me. Let's still drink though.
Oh boy.
Do you ever get the feeling that your family just hates you, Joe?
No.
They get a real bee in their bonnet whenever they think of you.
I don't think your family hates you, Nick. I think they're proud of you. I think our families are proud of us for this
Yeah?
dumbass show. Yeah, we're
for
doing
the
something.
show?
Yeah,
I thought you were
nothing
going to say
else.
in spite of the show.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I have a more nuclear family than you. I have my mom and my dad. That's it, and my wife. And I know none of them are particularly proud of this show. I guess now that I think about it.
My family is more like it's been impacted by a nuclear event, okay?
Oh.
Whenever they hear me on the show, it's like Hiroshima, Nagasaki all over again, okay?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. How's the beer going down?
Going down smoother than my mother's insults for this show when the last time I talked to her, she says, Nicholas, I don't like the potty mouth. Nicholas, get off the toilet. You've been in there for 90 minutes. I know there's going to be a big swab of Vaseline gone from
Oh,
the jar.
God. That was the nuclear event you were referencing. Good Lord Almighty.
This is worse than a back-to-back because this will be the second time I'm drunk today.
Yeah, well, you should get drunk off half a Modelo. We should tell listeners what we did today. We had some working from home.
big day.
A little late in the afternoon. We dipped into some crisp white wine.
Yes, refrigerated. Whenever the sun's out, you'll find me drinking chilled wine.
Yeah, it was a perfect. We had some pineapple with it, and then pizza and like bread,
Just a nice light
with
lunch.
cheese. Yeah,
Frozen pizza and these weird puff pastry, gorgonzola, and caramelized onions
Right.
that are coming up with a fury right now.
no, because then after that, what we did is with my wife, we went to a University of Washington gymnastics event where
Go
we
gym
ate,
dogs.
Yeah,
Stick Huskies.
where we ate a bunch of shit. We ate nachos with jalapenos, and they got soggy and cold, and you were slurping off the bottom of those, and we had popcorn and
bottom feeder.
M&Ms, and
Yeah.
so that's what's
Popcorn
coming up.
was listed as fresh on that menu. And I think they had fresh in quotation marks, which is correct because they just had these big like buckets with bags of popcorn that the guys were like scooping in and ready to go, which is fine for expediting the process, but it's just cold popcorn at that point. That's not
Yeah.
fresh.
No, but I don't know why they're really bothered with the adjective. It's a goddamn concession stand at a
They should have saved
college
their
event.
printing money
yeah,
for staying
just-
fresh on that
it's
board.
just popcorn. So we went through our day that way, but it was a nice spring March day. We have March Madness is upon us. You fill out your bracket, Nick?
I gotta say, Joe, my bracket already busted.
Already busted.
Busted. It's been nuked.
I was fielding the other day. I'm
No.
such a coward.
Yeah. Tell us about your cowardice.
Well, and then you
And
something
then
came
I
to
got a
you.
story about a whole other coward that we know.
Well, I was saying the other day I was talking about brackets and somebody was telling me like, oh, it's just random. Like if you threw a dart, wherever you'd do just as well as anyone else.
That's what was the smart guy argument. Like, it's
But that's
random.
not true. If you guessed one seeds, it's not just throw a dart. But because I'm such a coward, I was like, yeah, you probably would.
You could pick your favorite jersey color and it'd be the same.
And I'm such a coward. And I should have been like, no, I think the people who know more about basketball probably pick better brackets than people who don't. It's generally how it shakes out. So that's the only thing I don't like about March Madness is when I have to field that question every single year.
Well, the problem is everyone has to pretend like they're interested in it because it becomes this like big workplace thing. Like,
Yeah,
oh, my
that's
work's
true.
doing a pool.
Work pool, yeah.
We're all putting in $2. What do you say?
Yeah,
That's
true.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, and then you got friend pools that are usually an annual event where everyone in the groups gets invited
go.
every year.
Here we go.
But 2018 proved to be a little bit different story for our friend group.
Yeah, it's true.
And one Mr. Loyal Listener
At Stodiac?
at Stodiac on Twitter, go find him, go put him on blast. He didn't invite me to the group this year.
No, he didn't.
And then
want you in the
this
group.
morning when brackets lock,
Yeah.
he texts me at like 8:30 our time. Brackets lock at 9 our time.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh, so sorry. I forgot to invite you.
Oh, that's a good Stoats.
What an oversight. Hey, man. Hope you can forgive me.
and I said, no, I can't, and I'm not by a computer right now. And you can go
You can go
take a long walk for a short dock.
Yeah, you
my
can take
friend.
a long wharf off a short dock. But you had your mobile phone. You could have went on the app. No,
I
this
didn't
is-
want to.
this
It was a
is
matter
at
of
Stodiac's
principle.
fault. It's a matter of principle, yeah. He should have
It's
let you
not Stodiac's fault?
Oh, I said this is
Oh,
Stodiac's fault.
Okay.
Hey.
On that, we can agree.
On that, we
so
can. Hey,
at
cheers
Stodiac,
to that.
you're on the cold cans shit list.
I think we've put Ad Stodiac on blast before on this show. I think on more than one occasion I've said,
Have
hey,
we?
Ad Stodiac, go fuck yourself.
right. And he deserves it every
Yeah,
time.
he does.
Pretending he forgot to invite me. Please.
We're going to have him on the show next week to give his retort.
Yeah, right. Once he listens to this and sounds off on Twitter.
Yeah. How's the Modelo going down?
I'm glad you asked that, Joe. It's going out pretty well.
Yeah, it's really not bad.
It's easy.
The history behind this, bottled first in 1925. It's the number 2 imported beer in the U.S. by case sales, selling 22 million cases annually here.
Oh.
So,
Hey, Poppy.
it's also it's an AB InBev company.
Oh, yeah?
Grupo Modelo. It makes Corona, Modelo, and Pacifico. So it makes all of the
wow.
Mexican beers that get imported into
Okay.
the U.S., all the popular ones. Corona is their biggest one. But then, there's Negro Modelo, Modelo Especial, Modelo Light, blah, 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 and so forth, and Pacifico. So, yeah, this is just one of the mix of Mexican beers. We've only done Tecate on this show, I believe, so
Right.
far. As far as
I
Mexican
think so,
beers.
too, yeah.
I think I like this better than Tecate. Not that I'm jumping to the rankings,
Hey.
but I do think I like it a little better than Tecate. Like, I feel like I
Yeah,
I
it
picked
seems to be
this off
going
the
down
shelf.
smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a beer that I've had many times at a local happy hour just down the corner, Paquitos.
Yep.
They do this, and you get a lime in it, and it's good.
Yeah, very good lime. Good summer beer. It's, again, this beginning of springtime beer. This goes well. The color of it doesn't look too light either. It's like a nice... It's a Pilsner,
Honey color.
but it's got that honey aroma.
Hey, Joe, why don't we jump on the Cold Can Snapchat for a second? We're
Let's
gonna
do it. I'm
this
gonna pour you
live.
I'm going to pour you a bit more Modelo. So what do you have in mind here?
What I have in mind is we're gonna pour
What's in
some
that
more
twisted
beers.
mind of
The
Nick
twisted
Patry?
mind of Nick Patry. It's inside Joe Glock. We're live on Cold Cans. Hey,
Oh, you're I thought you were going to play stuff on Snapchat. You're actually
No, we're
taping
on.
this on Snapchat. What's that handle? At Cold Cans Pod?
I don't even
Is
remember.
Casey still doing a bunch of jackwagon shit on there, or did he give that up?
No, he gave it up
Oh,
for
that's-
Lent. He gave it up for Lent.
Hey, are you recording me?
I
Record me.
exited.
Get
okay.
me on there. Hold on.
Let me
get
put
back
this on
there.
the story.
Okay. Ready?
Nope.
Ready?
Okay, and 3. Go.
Hey, to Cold Cans Nation, cheers.
You son of a bitch.
Cold Cans Nation, cheers. Oh man.
You son of a bitch.
I don't like my Wisconsin accent. Whenever I listen back to
No?
this show,
You think it's patronizing?
I
Or
think
perhaps
it's
offensive?
patronizing, yeah.
Hey, now.
And
Don't
perhaps
patronize
offensive.
me.
Yeah, maybe that's causing our hemorrhage of listenership.
And our listeners probably think, don't patronize this podcast, is what they say. Don't give patronage.
Would you give patronage to a Modelo Especial?
I honestly don't mind
any
this.
other
And
beer?
I mean, especially because you mostly find it for about $1
Yeah, it's a cheap beer, and it is pretty smooth for a shitty cheap beer. Oh, you're still gleaming over your un peso remark. It was really good, Nick. I don't know.
Gracias.
At the same time, we usually look at the can. We do a little bit of a label analysis. We have 2 lions
Paralysis by label.
paralysis by label analysis. We have 2 lions holding up Cerveceria Modelo Mexico 1925 when it was founded, and the copy on the can, the
Give me that can copy.
C on the C, golden, full-flavored Pilsner-style lager with a clean, crisp finish. So it's all pretty standard and straightforward. So this is just,
It's kind of a classic-looking can, too, like the white background and the lines or whatever.
yeah, like the old-time, and there's a barrel of beer in the middle, another lion on top. Yeah, it's just very run-of-the-mill, but Mexican beer. And I don't know if there's a Mexican beer that I really dislike, though. You know, of all those imports,
They're all pretty
Pacifico,
easy drinking, right?
Corona, Modelo, Negro Modelo, which is, I guess, closer towards something that's like a real beer, Tecate. It's all pretty good. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Mexican beers are easy to grab on a summer day.
They're
for sure.
A-OK in your book,
They're A-OK, see.
in your Libro. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So what else is new, Joe? What's been grinding your gears lately? Anything got you
I
all
complained
cheesed
about
up?
I complained about March Madness.
It's driving you mad. Marching
yeah.
you right to the loony bin.
Because, yeah, like you said at the beginning, my bracket's already busted. Other than that, I really don't have much to complain about. The weather in Seattle is really nice. And I will say, I'm trying to buy a house with my wife.
Un casa.
Yeah, and Un Casa Mucho Dinero is what I'm finding here in Seattle, so we're probably going to rent again. So we're a little disheartened about that, but
Yeah,
it got us,
understandable.
yeah, it kind of got us to thinking like, you know, we'll put some more money into traveling and drinking more beers and
Any travel plans in mind?
we're going to go to Iceland. We're going to Reykjavik. Reykjavik.
Reykjavik.
Yeah.
Damn near killed a Vic.
Yeah. And so that's really it. Not much going on, you know, still doing the podcast, still trying to write my dumbass book. How about you?
Yeah, how's the book coming along? Do you like it? Do you like where it's at?
I like parts of it, and I think there's a long way to go. I'm almost done with the first draft, but then there'll be revisions probably for
Okay.
a very, very long time until it's worth sharing out. But, yeah, it's fun to do every day. Gives me some life every day to
Sure.
write like 500 words. It's like a nice, like, I like projects that I can chip away at. I feel like something like writing a book or even something like buying a house or something like doing this podcast or whatever, it can seem kind of overwhelming when you look at the whole scope
Like
of it.
our commitment to do 100 beers
100
for
beers,
the
yeah.
listeners. God, the backbreaker. Bracket
What was
breaker. I don't know.
Bracket buster.
But
baby.
we chip away at it.
But yeah, you just kind of, you know, the how do you eat a whale one bite at a time type of thing. And
Sure.
it's really nice. I think if you don't have that, if you're just kind of going to work and you don't have like the thing that you like to kind of chip at a little bit until you get the thing that you want, it's pretty bleak. So I'm really happy with that. How about you? What are you up to these days?
chipping away, pushing that grindstone up the nose. That's all I'm doing, man.
Yeah, he pushed the grindstone up the nose. Nick's been doing a lot of cocaine, listeners.
No, I mean, doing this podcast for the first time in what seems like a month.
Yeah,
feels good.
we had so listeners know we had a long backlog, and if you listen to the show on Friday mornings, and hey, for the love of God, get back to us on at Cold Cans Podcast on Twitter if you are. If you listen to the show on Friday mornings, we don't do this very often. We're recording this hours before you listen to it. This is Thursday night.
This has
around
got to be one of the
8:45,
tightest
one of the
turnarounds.
latest. Yeah. So we haven't done it in a while. So this might feel forced to say, like, what have you been up to? But legitimately, we haven't really sat down and
been a
had a
while.
conversation. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been traveling a little bit. I was down in Florida for a week or so, and then came back and was accused of being gone for a full calendar year by my friends.
Because you have
Where you been? How
Because
you been?
You're
Always
one of
an
those,
accusatory.
well, I
how
think
have
you
you
take it
been?
as accusatory. It's we haven't seen you. We're trying to catch up. It seems like you've been away for a while.
Sure.
You go for like 5 days at a time, then you come back for like a week, and then you leave for a week. So if we miss you when you're back, it's like, Jesus, he's still gone.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I mean,
That
it's
was
never
it.
that quick a turnaround, but yeah. And then just travels planned. Like I'm going to Austin in a couple of weeks. I think you're going to Austin in
I'm
1
going to
week.
Austin as well. Great place.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
especially this time of year.
Good beers.
Yes. Good foods, good beers.
Yep. I love
Um,
Austin.
got a trip planned to Nashville. Got a bachelor party coming up. You know how the boys get crazy.
The boys are gonna get.
There's gonna
down.
be some shit kicking music we're hearing in Nashville down there. Get some Jack Daniels, and then I'm gonna get behind the wheel of my rented F-250, drive it back to the hotel,
Ding, 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 ding.
and ain't no one gonna stop me.
Ding, ding,
'Cause
ding, ding,
it's a
ding,
great
ding, ding, ding,
day
ding, ding,
to
ding,
be
ding, ding, ding,
alive.
ding, ding, ding. So that's fun. Nashville, bachelor
That's in
parties.
Tennessee.
Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee. It's a great day to be alive. Yeah, I don't know. We're moving into the summer. It's nice. And I think this is a nice beer to kind of take us into those summer months.
Mm-hmm.
You
Gonna
agree?
be balls deep in the summer months.
Yeah, one might say.
Basketballs, of course. But you can
Basketball
play
is
basketball
deep in the
outside.
summer months. So we have collectively, looking at this beer can, we have finished all 16 ounces, or is it 24?
Wow,
ounce?
that's a 24.
Those are 24 ouncer. This is a silo, baby. We finished the silo of beer,
Sigh.
and I think it went down very smoothly. I think we both,
Yeah, it went down very
crisp.
smoothly.
yeah. And now it looks like you have something queued up. You're going to play something on your phone here
Oh,
for
that's
our
the
next segment.
exit music.
Oh, you're already searching for
Exit
the
music
exits.
for a film,
Well,
a
then-
disaster film.
Why don't we move into the BA score? What do we have?
Oh, good call, Joe.
We don't have
Guess
it
who
up.
forgot his laptop today and is going to use? Looks like we're going mobile, folks.
For Cerveza
Enhance.
is-
It's 2.82 out of 5, or poor.
yeah,
Hey, pour me another is what I say. This is a great beer. Yeah.
and it's a great beer to drink today. Yeah, it is pretty good. 2.82 seems kind of criminal.
Yeah, it does. That's like people getting on their high horse.
So
Or
here's
a high cabello. No, what is it?
Cabello.
El-
Cabello.
Yeah, what did they call?
Cabello.
What was his name? The Brewers
Lee,
guy.
Yeah, the
Carlos
power
Lee.
hitter.
El
Carlos Lee.
Caballo.
Caballo,
yeah.
that's it. We got there.
They're high caballo.
Yeah, I'll read a Beer Advocate review here. I would give this beer a lower mark if I only had it out of a can, but the bottled version with a lime in it makes for the perfect summer companion and provides a better alternative to Corona or dark Mexican beers.
I
Not
disagree with
perfect.
his use of parentheses, by the way, in this review.
Yeah, that's a legitimate and. You don't need the parentheses. Not perfect, but not terrible either, and you could do a lot worse in terms of beer selection than Modelo Especial. I agree with that person. I think
that's all fair.
Yeah.
The summer stuff, and I'm sure it's better in a bottle with a lime.
Of course. I think people are a little bit uppity about this review. That said, it is only 4.4% alcohol. So it has high
Very sessionable.
sessionability. Yep, a very high sessionability, decent sippability. Again, summer
Not bad. Yeah, it doesn't taste
summer
bad.
patio
going
with
down.
a lime.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we've disagreed. I feel like recently Beer Advocate's been pretty well in line with what we think, but we've disagreed before, and I think we disagree here. Beer Advocate, get off your fucking high
Your
caballo.
advocate, I got a bone to pick.
Don't do it.
I won't. I shouldn't.
Please don't do it. So yeah, I guess like there's just kind of not a lot more to say on Modelo Especial.
I mean, we've had a great episode. We've covered a lot of topics. We've
Covered a
talked
lot of
about what
ground
a
here.
shit pile person at Stodiac is.
Yeah,
We've
that's the
covered
most
a
important
lot
topic.
of ground.
Yeah.
Brackets, they're busted.
Mm-hmm.
Friendships, they're rusted.
The water damage in this studio makes us musted.
You know. And low listenership, that's trusted. You guessed it, folks. It's the Gold Cans boys.
Yes.
All right, let's rank it.
Yeah, let's rank it. So if you go through the beer tiers, Cream of the Crop, Wild Card, Deplorables, Russian Radioactive, feels like it's in the deplorable
These
range.
underpants, they're crusted.
It's in the deplorable range, is it not? Mass market beers from, where is it, PBR down to Olympia?
Where's Tecate? CC at Brooksmatic.
Tecate CC at Brooksmatic is number 27 out of the 48 beers that we've reviewed.
Okay.
So it's way ahead because
Right.
the deplorables rankings start at 31.
Wow.
Wow.
31.
Yeah, deplorables start at 31, down to PBR and Rolling Rock and so on and so forth. So, I don't know. Would you put it by Tecate or would you put it down with like that PBR range? So I can read Tecate is 27. I'll read you downward. Well, actually, no. I think above it is relevant too. From 26 down is Grainbelt, Tecate, Melvin Killer Bees, Heineken, Eyinger Braueis, Guinness Draft Stout. I say it wrong every time. PBR, Rolling Rock, Scheffenhofer Hefeweizen, Grapefruit, Coors Light, Miller Lite, and so on. So that's like that 10 range from 26 to 36.
Yeah. Well, we've said multiple times in this episode this is better than Tecate, I think.
Is it better than Grainbelt at 26?
No.
You don't think it's better than Grainbelt?
No.
It's just because your cousins gave you Grainbelt.
Grainbelt is, I like it. I've had a couple more since we did the episode because they sent me a 4-pack of them. So I've had a few more. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a good tasting beer. While this is like only good for sessionability, I think. If you're like that review said, if you're on a summer day with a lime, it's great for that. But beyond that, it's not going to fill many requirements.
But you'd order it over at Tecate.
I think so.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
I think it's like almost as cheap as Tecate, but it's a bit smoother.
Yeah.
Even though I guess maybe a little more mass market. I'm comfortable with it there.
It's just right above Tecate. Let's be cowards.
Right above Tecate.
Just like at Stodiac and put it right above Tecate.
Yeah. All right. That sounds
CC at
good.
Brooksmatic.
Okay. So it's our new 27th best beer in the history of beers. We have it ranked. And I think the only real parting wisdom from this episode is that at Stodiac, you know what you can do? You can go fuck yourself.